Welcome again to Paleo with Haleo. Today we're making two kinds of coffee. Welcome to episode X. So now that we're back, I'm going to take about a cup of coffee. So it's 4 cups of water to 1 cup of coffee beans. I'm going to guess. That's about a cup. When you grind this on your own, you want it to be really fine, like you're doing a French press. So I'll show you what it looks like, but here we go. And these coffee grinders are all going to differ, so do whatever your coffee grinder says you should do. I go for about 30 to 45 seconds. Check it. That's not fine enough. You can see how it's just simply not fine enough. I'm going to keep going. The beans are talking to me. I think they're ready. That's better. Do you see how powdery it is? Pretty. So now I'm going to take this. Normally I can get that off, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that because I'm going to make a mess. Okay, here we go. I'm dumping my beans, or my ground beans, into my jar, like so. There's still a little bit left in there. Okay. Now, I'm going to pour in my 4 cups. So remember, a cup of coffee, 4 cups of filtered water. Just going to pour it in, just like that. And stir it up. You want to make sure that you're mixing this so that you don't have any dry coffee grounds in here. It needs to, like, the water needs to permeate the grounds so that it can filter out the flavor. All right. Pretty well stirred. I am going to now throw paper towel or cheesecloth or whatever. I suppose you could put the lid on, but I don't. I want it to be able to breathe a little bit. I'm just going to tie that on. And that's it. Just kidding. It has to sit for 12 hours. So once it's sat for 12 hours, you're going to filter it, and I'll go through that step next. But in the meantime, camera guy is going to help me tie this on. So you can put the camera down, because they'll be able to figure this out on their own. I need you to hold that shit. Okay. Beautiful. Trim that. Okay. Are you filming? That's our coffee. And I'm going to leave it on the counter for 12 hours. You can put it in the fridge if you want, but you don't have to. Ta-da! All right, so let's talk about coffee. This is the organic coffee company Zen Blend. It's a rainforest blend coffee. I always try to go for stuff that's more fairly raised. You can do this with any kind of coffee, but you're going to get less toxins out of something that's organic and fairly raised, like a fair trade coffee. It's better for you. So think about that when you're buying coffee. As far as coffee being paleo, of course it's paleo. There's nothing in it except for coffee. I love coffee. And the cold brew method kind of makes it a little bit easier on your tummy. There's less acid in it when you're doing it this way. So, coffee. Yay! Runs my life. All right. Are you ready to strain? Okay, let's do this. Normally I have a metal sieve, but I can't find mine, so I'm going to use this strainer. It's a fine mesh strainer, see? I'm going to throw some cheesecloth down in it just to make sure it catches all of those grounds. And I'm going to dump my jar in here. Here we go. So it's important to note that this is extra concentrated. You're gonna get 8 cups of cold brew from this 4 cups of water. So you'll dilute it with water. You can dilute it with almond milk or coconut milk. But just be aware, you're gonna get a serious jittery buzz if you just go straight for 1 whole cup of this undiluted. Right. If you feel like there's more grounds in there, feel free to filter it twice. I don't see any more. I'm happy with that. We're gonna work with it. Okay, so here's our cold brewed coffee that we just strained. I have a little bit of water in this glass with ice. I'm just gonna pour it on top, and that is my cold brewed coffee. If you wanna get real crazy and fancy, put some coconut milk in it. This is my coconut milk. It was in a jar. I took it out of the jar and blended it up to mix up the solids. If you've ever bought coconut milk in a can, you know it has some solids in it. So then I'm just gonna dump that on top. Pretty, right? And then stir it up. If you want to get real fancy, you can start adding this kind of stuff. Cocoa, cinnamon, pumpkin spice, vanilla. If you're gonna do that, blend it. I like it simple. So, cheers. We're gonna try this real quick. That's a delicious cup of coffee. Icy and cool, and there's like no acid in it. I think you're gonna like this one. Sweet. Iced coffee, cold brew. Let's move on. So now I'm gonna make hot coffee. I'm making hot coffee because I get a lot of questions on why I butter my coffee. And so I'm gonna brew a cup of Organic Coffee Co. Java Love. It's from my Keurig, but you see the packaging is environmentally friendly. So that's my contribution to society. You're welcome. And this is my Kerrygold grass-fed butter that will get hot coffee poured on top. So we're gonna start this. 2 tablespoons. And then some hot coffee. Okay, so here's my coffee pod. Opening up my Keurig, inserting my pod. Close. Big cup brew. And my mustache glass that my sister-in-law got for me. I love her. Hi, Jess. I love you. Don't cut that part out. That's important. She watches this shit. It's gonna take a minute. Just gonna wait. You can stop filming whenever you're really good. Okay, so I have my hot cup of coffee. I have 2 tablespoons of butter. You can do just that. If you are going to do that, no matter what you add to this, you have to blend it with your immersion blender or regular blender. Blend it up, otherwise you're not going to get it to mix in appropriately. My blender is broke. It has a vitamin E deficiency. But it's okay, it's still going to work. So, I want pumpkin spice, like all the basic girls want. Where's my pumpkin spice latte? Oh my god. So I'm going to make that. I have a little bit of maple syrup, like a teaspoon. I'm not getting crazy. I don't like my coffee super sweet. A little bit of pumpkin spice. Some cinnamon. A little bit of vanilla. A touch. Okay. Optional, for some added health benefits, coconut oils are a great way to get your fats in for the day. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon. Some people add more than that. I don't like it a whole lot, but I haven't had enough fat today, so I'm going to throw in about a teaspoon of coconut oil. Dumping in the hot coffee. Be super duper careful. We're going to blend it. It's pumpkin spice latte. Oh my god. Freaking blender. It's gonna take my arm off. Look at that. Look at that coffee. Beautiful. This is one of those things I wish people could smell, because it smells delicious. All right, I'm gonna taste it. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Not quite a Starbucks quality pumpkin spice latte, but pretty effing close. So, mess around with your buttered coffee. Play with it. Add some cocoa, make it a mocha. Throw some coconut milk in there. It's that easy. Super simple, really versatile, fairly inexpensive. Just pay attention to the quality of the foods that you're buying. You'll be good to go. That's all I have for this episode, Mckay. That's all I got. Should I say goodbye? Bye, everybody. Make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. And by us, I mean me. So, see you next time. Exit camera right.
2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Now I can't. All right. Welcome again.
2, 3.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to
1 second.
Mckay's a dickhead because he fucked that shit up right now.
Okay.
What?
Shut up.